Every child is like a seed, carrying within them immense potential. But for that seed to truly flourish, we must nurture not just the mind, but the whole being. Namaskar. A very warm welcome to everyone present in today's webinar on 5 sheets of child development. When we think about child development, we often talk about height, grades, or skills. But have we ever paused to ask what about a child's emotions, their energy, their inner happiness, and sense of purpose? The ancient concept of Pancha Kosha, which is mentioned in Tratiya Upanishad, beautifully answers these questions. It explains that a child develops through 5 interconnected layers: the physical body, the energy, mind, wisdom, and inner joy. Together, these sheets shape not only successful learners but balanced and compassionate human beings. In today's session, we will explore how understanding these 5 sheets can help parents, teachers, and educators create more meaningful and holistic learning experiences for children. So, friends, let's see the PowerPoint presentation and discuss these layers and understand how to inculcate within the classroom situation. Yes, so welcome to the webinar again. Five sheets of the child development has been completely recommended by NCF 2023, and we see the objectives of the webinar. Like, we will try to understand the concepts of 5 sheets, that is Pancha Kosha. We will also see and we will try to connect Pancha Kosha with NCF 2023 principles. We'll try to strategize or explore classroom strategies for holistic development. We will also see that what kind of assessment methods can be developed for to take care of each sheet here. And this is also going to help us, and we will ensure that the objective, or say the Pancha Kosha, is actually helping in the learner-centered experiences, which is actually recommended by NEP 2020. Before we begin, let's understand the vision of NCF 2023. It emphasizes on holistic development of every learner. And it also says that the learning has to be experiential and competency-based. NCF 2023 also says that the education has to be such which is helping in the development of values, ethics, and well-being. It is also asking the educators, the philosophers, you can say everybody who is there into the education, they have to ensure that the physical growth, the cognitive growth, the emotional and social growth takes place while they are being educated within the classrooms. And the learning is not only for the textbook, but the learning has to be beyond textbooks. What does this mean? It means that the life skills which are required by the student to face the challenges of the world when they complete the schooling and enter in the real world. How do they face all the challenges? All this need to be given, or say all the simulation, you can say, the idea needs to be given right from the school. So let's come to the core topic of the workshop today. That is, what are five sheaths here? And what is this Pancha Kosha framework? Let's understand this. So, five sheath, as I mentioned, that this has been given in the Tatri Upanishad. So, as per that, there are five sheets. And what are these five sheets? Let's see to it. First one is Anamaya Kosha. Second is Pranamaya Kosha. Third is Manomaya. Fourth is Vijnanamaya Kosha. And fifth is Anandamaya Kosha. So, part one, I will be covering the first three sheets, and then in part two, we will talk about the rest of the two sheets. So, let's see what is the importance of Panchakosha in education. Why? Why NCF is talking a lot about five sheets to be taken care. Why NEP, it was recommended that they should be taken care in when the NCF is being prepared. So, because this actually supports balanced child development, it encourages, it ensures that the learning becomes joyful. This is also going to help build the child into more resilient, and they are more self-aware. NCF is also trying to build a connection between Indian knowledge traditions with modern pedagogy. Like if I talk about the Pancha Kosha, which was mentioned in Upanishad, which was written years and years before, we're trying to connect because it helps in the holistic development of the child. So, this is being incorporated as a modern pedagogy to implement or say impart or transact the content in different subjects. Because of we eat food, that is the physical sheath. Here, the focus area is the physical health. Physical health is going to develop or is going to be better if the children, if the students take proper nutritious food. Their can say movement, they will be fit, they will be physically fit. Their sensory development will be better if they take nutritious food. So, classroom practices should be such where they develop this sheath in a better manner, like sports and yoga, which has become a compulsory element in the CBSE timetable. Learning, like learning not only in these games period and the yoga period, but it is being recommended that age appropriate play based learning should be introduced, and it should also be as per the content which needs to be transacted in the classroom. Plus, like we should also always be talking about healthy eating awareness or healthy eating habits. Nowadays, we see children eating junk food, which is leading to so many problems. Our whole population is getting into the problem, which is like diabetes. So now the CBSE has also introduced the sugar boards in the schools. This is basically making children aware about how much sugar they should have on a daily basis and what all should they avoid to avoid getting into health issues. So, what are the expected outcomes here? That they will have healthy bodies. They will also be able to have or able to develop proper motor skill development. Motor skill development, we can understand or we can just divide them into two, the gross motor skill development and fine motor skill development. So both needs to be taken care as per the age, and like they will be more confident if they're able to run, jump, or do anything they wish to as per their age. They will be physically more confident. Various activities which can be taken care to ensure that Annamaya Kosha develops uh, amongst the children in a better way. That is, we can have brain breaks and stretching exercises like in a regular classroom when some subject content is being transacted and becomes a lengthier. What can be done? We can just ask them to drop the pen. Various activities to ensure that Annamaya Kosha develops in a better way in the classroom. We can have brain breaks. Like if the child is writing, they can be switched to drawing. If they are listening, they can be switched to speaking. Or we can simply ask them drop the pen and close their eyes for a minute or 30 seconds. Or when you enter the classroom, because you know you are entering the classroom in the fourth period, what you can do is just make them stand up, sit down for 3, 4 times. That will help in the stretching. So already, if they have yoga periods, their yoga asanas would be taught to them, and dance periods, they can have the dancing movement, or as has been recommended that if the like in the language periods, if there is a poem to be done, they can use various movements, hand movements, to express what is being read by them in the poem. So gardening activities can be taken up. Here, the learning will also take place. They will be able to observe, they will be able to reflect. So this gardening activities, like this is going to help in stretching. Also, this is also going to help in learning also. So science project or social science projects can be done via this activity, or sports fitness challenges, like if you have certain athletics competition or maybe certain competition related to cricket, football, basketball, etc., can be done. Now point here is, what is a teacher's role? What is the role of the educator facilitator? Because they need to encourage more and more and active participation by the children, maximum participation by the children, and they need to promote healthy habits. The children are small, so they need to be reminded again and again about what is good and what is bad for them. Last, I would say that we also have to ensure that inclusive physical activity is taken care. Like we might be having within our classroom a child with special need. So the activities, the physical activities which we are planning should also be as per the need of that particular child. Now we will talk about Pranamaya Kosha, that is the energy sheath or vital energy sheath. Here the focus area is the breath and the energy regulation. Because we breathe, we are alive. We are alive means we are breathing. So this is also going to help in the emotional balance. And if we are breathing properly, then it also shows that we are calm, we have self-control. We should be following, like we have to ensure that the children are following. It's for everybody actually. So healthy routine needs to be followed, talking about like waking up early, then no phone, because we jump the moment you get up. It should not happen that you pick up your phone and you just started scrolling on the phone. That should not be there. Meditation habit should be there. Children should be hydrating themselves. Keep reminding within the period when you go to the class, keep reminding them that drink water, because they are sometimes very engrossed talking to their friends, or in certain activities they forget drinking water. Even the elders need to be reminded to hydrate themselves. Talking about like then having breakfast, and having a proper breakfast. It should not be junk food. So taking a sunshine, like during winters, this can be ensured that they move out of the classroom for 1 or 2 period. A workout session in the form of say yoga can be done, or it is has to be into the habit. And very importantly, children need to develop the habit of sleeping on time. They need to be told again and again about the importance of 6 to 8 hours sleep. Nowadays, children have started sleeping very late. They are up and they are scrolling, they are on mobile very late towards the night. That should be avoided, and they need to be told about the importance of this. So within the classroom, how we can ensure that this is taken care, the pranamaya kosha is being taken care, like breathing exercises. The children need to be actually told the correct way of breathing. Yes, they need to be told about correct way of breathing. Sometimes when the counselors, they talk to the children, they actually tell us that breathing needs to be regulated and to be done properly. Meditation should be mindful. They should be taught about relaxation techniques, like within very, you can say, hectic day, 1 period, 2nd period, until 8th period, they are into different subjects. So within that, how to relax, they need to be told. They need to be you can say the educator, the teacher facilitator, they have to ensure that age appropriate relaxation techniques should be told to them. Having positive classroom environment, that is, if they are actually when they are studying, it should not be that they are doing something else, but very positively, the 30 minutes or the 40 minutes can be divided into different activities. We need to see that they are sometimes writing, they are sometimes reading, they are also expressing their own views. Okay, and sometimes they can be taught about certain moral values. So the 40 minutes is actually fruitful. It is not wasted any moment. What are the expected outcomes? Like the focus of the child is going to improve if they are able to relax within that period, if they are breathing properly, if the classroom environment is very positive. So emotional regulation will also be handled here, and the stress and anxiety which nowadays children are facing, maybe it is because of competition, maybe because of relationship, that will also be reduced. Further, various activities which are suggested for the pranamaya kosha, that is building emotional balance, how it can be done. We can take up deep breathing exercises. The counselors, the yoga teachers can teach them to meditate in a proper way. Class teachers can take up the gratitude journals, where they are going to write a small thank you note, whether it is for teacher, for friend, for parents, for grandparents. It can be taken up in the classroom. Then it can be a circle time discussion, like children sit in a circle, talk to each other, seeing each other, seeing the feelings, the emotions, you can say the expressions can be done. This is going to also help them relax in a positive manner. What is the teacher's role here? What is the teacher facilitator's role here? They have to create an emotionally safe classrooms. Like children should develop confidence within the class teacher, that they come and they express, they come and they tell something, but the teacher needs to ensure that the faith the child has shown should continue, and they have to also show calm behavior. This is going to encourage a sort of empathy and kindness within the classroom, which actually also be shown when the children moves out of the school. So now we are going to talk about Manomaya Kosha. Manomaya Kosha relates to mental and emotional sheath. The focus area here is the thoughts, like kind of thinking, the thoughts we have, emotions which are due to different relationships, relations we have in the society, in the family, with the friends. This is also related to creativity and imagination. For certain children, for certain individuals who are very creative and imaginative, they can write stories, they can draw or paint nice drawings, or they can sketch better things. So for them, it is very important that this kosha is developed in a proper way. Emotion Manomaya kosha also relates to ability to express emotions, show your social relationships, how you build and continue your social relationships. So here, when we talk about the classroom practices, various, let's say, art integrated learning can be done. Like in social science, geography, we can ask the children to draw maps. It becomes art integrated. In science, we can ask them to draw, like in bio, they can be drawing certain diagrams related to the content. Storytelling can be done in any of the subject, but the subject content can be converted into story, and the children can be encouraged to convert and express with their, can say, ability. They can frame stories and they can talk about it. They can write these stories in the notebook, or they can also in front of friends, they can just say the story. Not coming up. Different subject contents can also be taken in the form of storytelling, or say collaborative learning, or reflection activities, where they have seen something, they have observed something, and then now they express their readings, what they have seen while they were observing an experiment, maybe, or any case study which they have read, or they were doing, like when they were planting a sapling, what they observed, what was happening around them. All that can be done in the reflection activities. Here, the expected outcomes would be like they develop emotional intelligence, they are able to handle their emotions in a proper way, they become more creative, their creativity is being, I can say, improved. They develop positive relationship within the family, within the society, within their friends, in their schools. Various activities which can be taken up to ensure the emotional expression, like we have role play and drama. This can be done in any subject, whether it is languages or whether it is the science, social science. Creative writing can also be done in languages, but we can also ensure that when the children write the answers in their own words, they are also being taken in a positive manner. We help them write their own answers. We encourage that they write their own answers. We can also take up peer discussions, reflection diaries. Now, here, what is the role of the teacher or teacher facilitators? That they have to listen actively, they have to see what the child has to say there. We have to encourage expression without judgment. We should not be judging the child based on their expression or their ideas. And this is also going to help in, can say, the positive peer interaction. Like they, amongst the friends, they are going to discuss various topics, various subject content, and this is going to help develop or say encourage emotional expression or develop the Manomaya Kosha. National Curriculum Framework recognizes that children cannot learn effectively if development happens in fragments. A child may be intellectually bright, but without emotional balance, physical well being, ethical understanding, or inner confidence, learning remains incomplete. That is why NCF is trying to reconnect education with Pancha Kosha philosophy. It encourages schools to move beyond rote learning and examination focused teaching towards experiences that nurture the whole child. Thank you, friends, for being here and supporting my channel. Please share and subscribe my channel if not done as yet, and keep me in your prayers. Let us take this ahead in part 2 of the workshop. See you all. Jai Hind.